It doesn't bother me that we can't leave whenever we want to. That we can't call out.
It's true, there's no cell phone service here, nor any landline.
That we don't know any of the guests coming here to spend the weekend. That we don't even know who hired us. And that we can't have pizza delivered?
Okay, that bothers me.
I think it's weird.
As long as we're getting paid, what difference does it make? Besides, it's a great place to hide out.
What if something were to happen?
Nothing's going to happen. We work the weekend, collect our money, and Monday morning, we're out of here. Isn't that what Reese's letter said?
A letter from a person we've never met, with the guesses of people we've also never met. Why doesn't this Reef person contact us in person?
Because they're a very wealthy person. People with wealth don't have time to visit the higher note.
Well, I don't like it.
Personally, I think it has to be normal.
What's that?
It sounds like a bell.
It sounds like a bell.
I'll get it. It must be one of the guests. We go check on the rooms. Dr. Allison Prince.
Thank you. Where's everyone?
You're the first to arrive.
You mean it's just you and me?
And my sister, Mims. She's upstairs.
Have we met before?
I hope not.
Are you sure I haven't done something with your gallbladder, something like that?
I'm sure I would have remembered.
Oh, come to me. This isn't what I expected. The invitation said something about a weekend party, all very mysterious. You know, I don't know this Reef person. G. Reef. What is his gallbladder I'm thinking of? And this guest list. I don't know anyone on it. Pretty unusual, wouldn't you say?
Very. If you'll excuse me, another guest has arrived. Perhaps you'd like to freshen up. Your room is upstairs.
Don't.
I'll take care of it.
Miss Emily Plain.
Am I the first to arrive? Oh, I did hate me first. You understand?
No.
Yes, you understand, or no, I'm not the first.
Yes.
No, you don't understand, or yes, I am the first.
Yes, you're not the first. And no, I don't understand.
I see. Perhaps you can show me to my room?
The San Jose room. Mims will show you the way.
Men's?
Ma'am?
Men's?
Maid.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Inspector Horatio Miles. May I take your coat and hat?
Oh, of course. We met before?
Clayhorn.
Clayhorn.
I don't think so.
You're...
Positive.
I thought you just told me your name is Clayhorn. You're positive now?
That's right.
I see.
Then it's settled. Mims will show you to your room. You'll be staying in the Lestrada.
Thank you. London.
Clayhorn. Miss Dolores Biggs.
Thank you, darling, thank you. I expected.
An audience?
Don't tell me I'm the only one here.
As you wish.
Am I?
Ma'am?
The only one here?
You told me not to tell you.
Quite right. Oh, that's my room now.
Very good. Mims will show you the way. You'll be staying in the big room.
I'll see you later.
Now let's see. Only 4 more guests to arrive. Psst. Quick, quick. Mims, can't you see I'm busy?
No. Well, look. What are you doing?
Butlering.
This can't wait.
What is it?
Detective Miles.
Clayhorn?
He's snooping about asking questions.
Questions? What kind of questions?
Just stuff like, just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. I think he suspects something.
Compose yourself, woman. He thought he recognized me, but my disguise threw him off. Just do what I tell you, and everything will be fine.
But what if I can't? What if the stress becomes too much? What if my nerves can't take it? What if I completely just wig out?
I can ease your stress with a piggyback ride.
For me, please?
Yes, all right, but quickly. That must be one of the guests. You go check on the snacks. Presley York, the singer.
That's Presley York.
I see.
Is this it?
Excuse me?
The hash, the gig, the party. You're talking to the world's #1 party animal here, Umaro Muno. So when I see the word party with a bunch of creeps, I don't know, I think, hey, this might amuse me. All right, I'm here, I'm bored, and I ain't amused.
The host has requested you stay in your rooms until then. The festivities will begin at 7.
Tell your host that nobody tells Presley what to do. Tell him.
That's impossible. They're not here.
The host ain't here, Miss Manners ain't gonna like this.
It's all right here in this letter. Brief instructions were quite clear.
Let me see that letter. It's baloney, I'm leaving.
That's impossible. The boat that brought you there has already left.
Then I'll swim.
The waters are shark infested.
You know what? That party doesn't sound so bad after all. Where's my room?
I'll show you the way. You'll be staying at the Pompous. I'll get it.
Miss Heather Stark.
And Matthew Charisma.
And Matthew Charisma.
Not bad.
If you like wealth,
I do.
what else do you like?
Peace and quiet. Pardon me, but I'm Mims, the maid. Did you two arrive together?
That's right.
My boat broke down and Mr. Charisma's boatman was kind enough to give me a lift. Lucky for me,
No, lucky for me.
you really are charming, Mr. Charisma.
Please call me Matthew.
All right, Matthew, you can call me.
Delilah.
Excuse me. Heather. But your rooms are ready. You'll find my sister upstairs. You'll be staying in the blue room and you'll be staying in the pink room. We meet down here at 7. Snacks.
Ma'ams? Ma'ams?
He's listening.
The chair?
Miles, he's behind it. Was behind it.
That detective again?
Something's going to have to be done about him. Or our goose is cooked.
The only cooking of geese around here will be done by us. Did you check on the snacks?
Yes, they're fine.
We'll deal with Sherlock Holmes later.
Sherlock. Who?
Never mind. It's almost 7 and there's still one guest missing.
Margaret LaRue. She should have been here by now. Should we go look for her?
In these shark-infested waters, there wouldn't be anything left.
Yuck! What's that?
Sounds like a light thud against the front door. I'll see. Ma'am?
Coming.
Who is it? Margaret LaRue? What happened? Blood? What is it? Blood? Blood? You don't know what blood is? Get a grip, ma'ams.
Surely you don't mean she's dead.
Shirley's your sister. I'm Clayhorn.
Should we tell the others?
No, if you're right about Miles, he'll think we're involved. We've got to hide her.
We don't have time. At 7, the guests are coming.
I've got a plan. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Claymore, the butler. With the exception of Mr. Charisma and Miss Starlet, I don't believe any of you met. Perhaps we could start with introductions. Next. Please. I've been instructed by our host to make you as comfortable as possible. I'm assured they will be with us soon.
Seeing our host, I'd like to know if anyone here has met this person.
Your boy.
Clay Horn. Ah, my sister, Mims. How's snacks? I thank you.
Ooh, macaroons, my favorite.
How odd.
Not really, I have a sweet tooth.
No, this tray chocolate soldiers.
Oh, good, more sweets, I'll get to those later.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm terribly bored by all this. Claiborne, I thought you said there was to be a party.
Our host has requested I play this audio message.
Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me for not greeting you personally, but you will soon understand my reason. As you may have already guessed, my name is not G. Reed.
Good grief.
Mr. Grief?
That's odd.
Not really. You see, I am somewhat of an eccentric millionaire, and I prefer to keep my identity a secret. The reason I've called you together is because I am also an amateur mystery buff. I've always been fascinated by the idea of the perfect crime.
Is there something else we could listen to?
Imagine, if you will, 10 strangers invited to a remote island for the weekend without communication or transportation, and one by one, each of the guests dies mysteriously. The most baffling mystery of all time. Who did it? How many will die before the mystery is solved? Will anyone be alive Monday morning when the boatman arrives?
Is this some sort of joke, Clayhorn?
Yeah, what's going on here? Seems to be the only person who knows what's going on here.
I assure you, I know nothing. Like you, my invitations arrived by mail. I'm only doing what my letter said.
Letter? I'd like to see that letter.
What is it?
A piece of paper with writing on it.
Well, what does it say?
Nothing.
Matthew, read it. Read what is written.
Play audio message when Dolores Biggs says she is bored.
It's all your fault. If you hadn't got bored, we'd never have gotten in this mess. Don't be repulsive, you silly woman.
Matthew, do say something meaningful.
All right, everyone, calm down. There's no need to panic.
No need to panic. A madman has just threatened to kill us one by one, and you don't want us to panic?
Matthew only has a point. What do you think, Inspector?
I think she's.
This doesn't make sense. I don't even know why my name is on the guest list.
Don't blame us. We didn't send the invitations.
Yeah, what about me? Why was I invited?
Obviously, a lapse in good taste.
Your names were chosen randomly from the telephone book.
Turn it off. Turn it off. I can't bear to listen to it anymore. I agree with Mr. Charisma. There isn't any reason to panic at all. It's all a joke. I mean, do you see any bodies laying around here? Any maniacs with guns and knives? Of course not. I say let's forget about all this silliness to make the best of a long, boring weekend. Let's have some entertainment.
Good thought, Dolores. How about a song, York? What can you sing?
Well, I'm a little rusty.
I don't know that one. Sing something real though.
Alright.
Here's a little song I wrote. I want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy.
Well, so much for my joke theory. It's Presley. I'm afraid so. York is falling and can't get up.
You mean
The last New York I knew where he ratio. But how? Well, I don't know. I'm a vet. Maybe it was one of these!
The mad rose! Quick, catch her! She's the killer! Alright, Mims. Did you poison the macaroons to kill Presley York?
She's lying. Confess, and maybe the DA will go easy on you. Clemma, and it's the chair.
I protest.
Shut her up.
What for making a terrible mistake?
Speak, woman, speak.
What'd she say? I say, hang her.
Alright, Mims. Did you poison the macaroons to kill Presley York?
That should help.
No,
How do we know that? Even if
I just told you.
Even if she's lying, she'll never confess.
If Mims is telling the truth, who else would have the motive, the opportunity, and the audacity to ruin a perfectly good macaroon mix?
Even if she's guilty, she'll never confess. Then let's torture her.
Yeah, what about the voice in the letter message? Remember?
Heather's right. Mims is too easy, too simple, too obvious. Heck, the woman is practically an idiot. Hey, this isn't the work of someone like her. This is the work of a madman.
Or mad woman.
What are you suggesting, Mr. Charisma?
That we all split up and make a thorough search of the island and house. If there's someone else here, we'll find them. And if not, then we'll know.
Dr. Fence and I will explore the top of the island.
Emily and I will search upstairs.
Heather and I will explore the bottom of the island.
Mims and I will check it out down here.
On three we leave. 1, 2, 3.
Gets me out of these. We've got to be able to find stairs in this house is killing me.
I felt that one earlier.
Well, that's a little open-minded. Why? Suppose we find someone. That doesn't make me feel any better. And why not? That means the killer's still at large. Well, I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't know that. Nothing. We searched everywhere. There's no possibility that anyone is out there. Meaning?
Unless Matthew and Heather found something, the killer has to be in the house.
Not upstairs. We checked every room.
We even looked under the beds.
Nothing.
Nobody in the basement.
Then we're dealing with a very clever individual. If the killer is not outside and not inside, then where is he?
Or she.
I think it's obvious, Inspector. The killer is one of us. No one can be trusted. I'm afraid so.
Well, that's absurd. You can cut me out. I'm no killer.
actress, you're always on the lookout for a good script. Maybe a mystery, a script to kill for.
And what gives you the right to make accusations? How we know you're not from Jack the Ripper?
His name's Jack.
That's odd.
Not really, I'm named after my father.
No, I just remember the audio message said that there were 10 of us, but there were only 9.
Well, there were 9 of us.
What happened to the 10th person?
Only 7 guests arrived.
Well, 7 guests and you 2. That makes 9. There is another name on the guest list. LaRue, Margaret LaRue.
Lorraine, I'd like to see that list.
Clayhorn, ma'am.
Unveiled. She's mixed.
It's in the kitchen. I'll get it.
Perhaps I'd better get it. Remember, you're so under suspicion. You wouldn't want anything unusual to happen. Would be. Then you think this Margaret LaRue is the killer?
I don't know what I think this plan.
I'll say.
It just makes sense. How could she be the killer if she never arrived?
We don't know that. We only have Clayhorn's wall that she never did.
Which means that if she's lying, then she's working with the killer.
Give it a rest, lady.
Who's up?
Nobody move. I'll take care of this.
What is it, Inspector?
Dr. Prince. It's dead.
What happened?
Case of kibble cane fell from the top shelf of the pantry and hit on the head.
How horrible. She was looking for the guest list. Or was she looking in the pantry?
What is he invited in the pantry, Miss Biggs? I'm afraid we never know. One moment she's howling the trail of kibble. The next moment, her life is stuffed out by case of kibble cane. Who can explain the mysterious ways of this great life?
Before we get too philosophical here, maybe it was an accident?
That matter? I've been suicide.
Why would the doctor want to kill herself? She had everything to live for. Are you kidding? In this place?
And I believe it's I'm alive.
Don't worry, Heather, we're not dead yet. Well, at least not all of us.
I don't think it's suicide or an accident. I think someone rigged this starting to follow the doctor's head. Someone who spends all of her time in the kitchen.
Give me a break, all right?
Just like the break you gave Dr. Prince.
You're right. I did it.
I knew it.
I snuck in the kitchen when none of you were looking. Rearranged the pantry and put the guest list in there, hidden under the canned goods.
How stupid do you think I am? You could have been retracted while we were sourcing the island.
I believe her.
Why, Miss Starlet?
I can't believe an innocent young woman to be a cold-blooded killer.
Well, that's what they said about Lizzie Borden. That's what they said about you.
Once again, Heather's right. We haven't established a motive. There's no proof. Mims can't be considered any more of a suspect than the rest of us. I suggest we retire to our rooms until breakfast. Keep our doors locked and our guns handy.
Just in case you two think you're off the hook, you're not. I've seen you somewhere before, and I'm going to figure out where.
I trust everyone slept well.
Considering their circumstances? Coffee, anyone?
Ah, yes, thank you.
Inspector?
After you.
Oh, I don't drink coffee.
Then perhaps Clayton would like a cup.
Oh, thank you. I've had some already.
Interesting.
You don't suppose there's something in the coffee, do you, Inspector?
I'll pass. Thank you.
In that case, I think I'll pass as well.
But Matthew, I thought you trusted Mims.
I do, but my doctor says too much caffeine makes me irritable.
How odd.
Not really, it actually runs in my family.
No. I mean, Emily. Has anyone seen her this morning? Perhaps she's just sleeping? How can anyone sleep with all this drama going on?
I'll check on her.
That's all right. Why don't you go, Matthew?
I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
just to be safe.
I'll go with you.
All right.
Still don't trust us, Inspector?
Even less now that I finally realized why I've seen you before. You're not Mimsy Claythorne. You're Jackie and Sarah Bindle, escapees from the Yorkshire Institution for Criminally Insane and considered extremely dangerous.
Well, don't tell me they're mass murderers, too.
No, Miss Biggs, we're not. We're not even crazy.
That's a matter of opinion.
It's true. We were sent to the institution recommended by my younger sister. As the eldest daughter of the family, I stood to gain control of the family business. When she realized she'd have to share the wealth, she framed Mims and me for a crime we didn't commit, and I was sent to the institution. Are you getting all this?
Yes.
Escape was the only way to prove our innocence.
And you expect me to believe that?
No, Inspector, because you are a fathead and only choose to believe what you want.
Well,
She's gone.
Wait, what do you mean gone?
I mean, proof. Vanished. Disappeared. There's no trace of her.
Look, some of the chocolate sodas have disappeared. There's only 6 left. What do you make of it, Matthew?
Well, let's see. There are only 6 chocolate soldiers and 6 of us. I think it's obvious. Someone is stealing the chocolate soldiers.
I don't think that's what it means.
Oh, well, see. I've got it. As each one of us disappears, so does another chocolate soldier.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes complete sense to me.
Naturally.
Thank you.
Not a compliment. Okay, there weren't 2 of us to begin with. Only 9. The 3 doesn't add up.
Unless Margaret Laura is dead.
Which would mean that Emily's also dead.
Or at least in grave danger. We've got to find her.
We have to make a thorough search of the house and island immediately.
Again? But I'm with him.
Dolores, this is a search, not a date.
Miss Bates, you'll come with me. We'll search the basement.
What about us?
Search your conscience, Mr. Bindle.
Heather and I will explore the island.
this is worse than being locked up in a nut house.
It has been one of the worst weekends of my life.
Jackie, if I asked you something, would you be honest with me?
Let's see. If it's anything about your books, probably not.
No, nothing like that. Just promise me you'll tell me the truth, even if it's something I don't want to hear.
All right, I promise.
Are you the killer?
It's pouring outside. We'll have to try again when the rain lets up.
No need, Mr. Charisma. We found a body under the woodpile. It's Emily.
She appears to have been stabbed with a harpoon.
A harpoon? It's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Where would anyone get a harpoon?
I can explain that.
Please do.
Well, you see, I brought it to my face, but this morning I realized it had been misplaced. In all the excitement, I forgot to mention it. You do believe me, don't you, Heather?
I want to, but I'm too confused.
Yeah.
Not good enough. I'd like to search your room.
For what?
I don't know. But if there's clues to be found, I'll find them.
In that case, I'll ask Heather to join us.
And you are crazy if you think I'm staying with these 2.
How did she get under the woodpile?
I don't know, maybe it's set up of some kind.
Miles.
Play horn. There's only one possibility. Maybe Margaret LaRue isn't dead.
But you said so yourself.
I thought so, but I'm no doctor. If she is alive, that'd explain everything. You go upstairs. I'll go to the basement to make sure Miles isn't lying.
What are you doing?
Found her behind the generator.
How did she get there? I don't know. Sis, what is it? I'm sorry I doubted you. I love you.
Something is not right. Now I'm going to find out what.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go powder my nose.
The threshold is getting too old.
Give it back, or you're sitting much too close.
Nothing escapes me, Jackie Bindle, Claiborne, whoever you are. Nothing.
You're a credit to law enforcement everywhere.
Thank you.
What is it?
It's Mims.
Mims? What happened?
No. I'm Matthew. Mims was blown up in the bathroom.
What?
This is all we found of her. It appears that her face powder was exchanged for gunpowder, and when she, flicked on the vanity lights, there was nothing left. It could have happened to any of us.
Mims.
Well, now what? The generator must be running low on wood.
Mims, my Mims. I can't go on living without her.
Who fired that shot? Hand me your guns. Very clever, whoever you are, cleaning your gun that fast.
Perhaps you'll allow us to inspect your gun, Inspector.
Don't be silly. I'm a policeman.
Word, aren't you the Horatio Miles who's drummed out of the force for accepting bribes? You really aren't a detective at all,
I work as a private investigator.
but still a criminal and no less a suspect than the rest of us. Yeah.
Satisfied?
Oh, but still not convinced. No.
There's the killer.
There it's over, Miss Biggs.
The generator is almost out of wood. Any volunteers?
Not on your life.
Heather?
I'll stay here, thank you.
Miles?
I'll go. Keep your distance.
Well, anything you want to talk about? Just stay where you are. Don't worry. I'm just afraid of you as you are of me.
Heather?
Dolores? Don't do anything.
Stay where you are.
He's been shot.
What happened?
There you are, Mr. Pretty Boy. You're the killer.
Are you joking?
It's no good, Matthew. Me and Lois were here the entire time.
Someone hit me over the head when the lights went out. That's all I remember.
Well, that doesn't explain Miles.
Then how do you explain the bump on my head? Oh,
I mean, but you could have.
there would have been time. There would have been time. You're beginning to sound like Miles.
Let's not take any chances. Tie him up.
What? No.
This cool until morning. We're going to our rooms now, so don't try anything. Otherwise, you'll get a face full of lead. We're right next door to each other, too, so we'll hear everything that's going on. Good night, Matthew.
I'm sorry, Matthew.
Heather,
Yes?
can you get rid of these bodies before you go?
Yoo-hoo! I'll still be asleep. Rise and shine. It was you all along with skinny two shoes.
You are the killer.
Very funny, my dear. I'm the actress, not you. So you can stop pretending.
We'll never get away with this.
Nina been unconscious for 2 days?
Don't anybody move. I got you all covered.
Presley York, you're supposed to be...
Dead? I've been faking it, hiding out. That way the killer would ignore me and I could survive this deadly weekend.
Freeze! Now I've got you. Dr. Principal, just a game, my dear. Like York, I want no part in being dead, so I faked my death and been hiding out since.
This is very confusing.
You're confused.
Who's this?
Emily playing. Emily, I don't understand. Forgive me, Heather. I was only trying to save myself. I recognize you. You do? Yes, you're the woman I found under the wood pile. I was under a pile of wood? Yes. Well, you see, I thought the killer had hidden your body there and wouldn't go back. So I put you behind the generator and took your place under the wood pile. I borrowed Mr. Cruz's harpoon to make it look like someone else had killed me, just in case the killer did come back and found me with me.
So you're the one who moved the body.
Playhole and Mims, the butler and butleress.
They were also dead,
I thought so.
We thought Inspector Miles would turn us in for escaping the institution. If he thought we were dead, we'd hope he might forget about us.
Very clever, Jackie Bindle.
Inspector Miles, I thought Matthew had shot you.
That's what we want you to believe.
We?
Yes. Matthew and myself, we thought that by working together we could catch the killer if one of us appeared dead.
Oh, Matthew.
Matthew?
You see, Heather, I knew the killer must either be you or Dolores. And by taking myself out of the picture, I knew one of you would tip your hands. And with Dolores dead, I'm afraid the killer must be you.
No, you were wrong. I thought Dolores was the killer, so I shot her before she had the chance to shoot me.
Wrong, my dear. Heather was the only one left, so I let her think she killed me. It was all an act.
But no one is dead, and there isn't a killer at all.
But what about the audio message? What audio message?
It looks like there's still more to play.
And so, my friends, my plan is to see if 10 amateurs can write a perfect mystery over the weekend. If you survive, that is if you don't get on each other's nerves, I'll reward each of you with $10,000. Good luck.
Then, it's all a joke.
So there's no killer, and no mystery.
Except for the one we write. I still say we got a few hours before the moment comes. I say we get to work.
That's all.
Not really. If we work together, we can do it.
No, I need the chocolate soldiers. There's only one left.
Wait, come back up, guys. Yay, so Lindsay, and when we're doing sound and lights, yay for them. Thank you guys so much for your support. If anybody wants to take a quick shot or something,